Welcome to Martin Survival. You know, one of the most valued pieces of gear that I carry in my pack whenever I'm out in the field, whether I'm just scouting for bighorn or mule deer, or I'm setting 100 to 200 deadfall traps and snares, or I'm just in a base camp practicing primitive skills in bushcraft, is my Shemagh that I'm wearing around as a scarf right now. It's absolutely a necessity in my kit, and especially out here on the West Coast where we have high winds, sandstorms, intense heat, chilling temperatures at nighttime. You can't beat it. So today I want to show you multiple ways in how to tie this to protect yourself against the elements, and I also want to talk a little bit about Cahuilla history and how Indians used to wear some of these cotton cloths. So stick around, guys, we have a great show coming. So when we take a look at historical evidence and pictures, documentations, back in the 1900s, after European contact, a lot of the Cahuilla women would have head wraps such as this. This is just a large square piece of cotton. And they fastened it in the same manner that I'm going to show you today to protect themselves against the elements. The Malky Press has some great information on the Cahuilla people, so I highly recommend checking out some of the website and also attending some of the traditional gatherings that I go to. So cotton was a premium back in traditional times, especially back when times were tough and we didn't have the luxuries. They would make the most of their gear. And most of the basket weavers and pottery makers you will see wearing, like I said, a piece of cloth around their head to protect themselves against that harsh sunlight and against the elements such as the convective breeze and some of the dust storms we have in the desert. So the first tie I want to show you with this Shemagh, and you can pick this up anywhere. I mean, you can just go to Amazon or some of the tactical retailers and type in Shemagh. Just Google it, it'll come up. Usually it's anywhere from $9 to $11. So very, very handy and very inexpensive. So the first tie I do is kind of a bandit style tie, and I'll wrap it around my face just like this. And things might get a little bit muffled here because I got to pinch it in between my teeth. So I'll wrap it around just like that, as you can see here, and I have the excess cloth hanging down towards my chest. Then I take these two tag ends and I wrap it around, hanging down towards the breast, and I will take this piece of cloth and pinch it in between my teeth and make a loose square knot towards my chest down here. I don't want it up towards my throat because then I would have the risk of choking. And then I let go. So it's just like this. As you can see, this offers protection for my face, my nose, and I can pull it up into my ears and tuck this in, just like that. So I have protection all around my face. And then I can just pull it down when I don't need it, just like this. And you can see this loose material just hangs kind of loose. So if I need it, I pull it up, fasten it around my ears, tuck it in, and I have protection all across from the nose down and covering my ears. So this is one tie. Now we'll move on to the next. Now this next wrap that I'm going to show you offers the maximum amount of protection against the elements out here in the Mojave. This is one of my favorites due to the fact when we have our high winds, this is going to prevent the dust from slamming up against my face. So I fasten this Shemagh up into a triangle, just like you see here, and I'll flip it around towards my back, just like so. And then I'll pull the cloth up and over my head, just like this, and I'll off-center it a tad bit. So you can see we have one long end and we have one short end. The short end, I'm then going to wrap it around my chin and pull this long end around my face and up over the bridge of my nose. At that point, I am going to create a square knot over by my ear, and that's going to pull everything nice and tight. So once again, have it wrapped around my chin, pull the cloth over my face. Got to get a good grasp on it. And create my square knot. Now I can adjust it. I can tuck everything in, and I can pull my visor up over my face just like this. And as you can see, I have maximum amount of protection on my face, my ears, my neck, and my head. This is one of my favorites. When I don't need the mouthpiece, I can pull it down just like so. And historically speaking, this is exactly how the Cahuilla women, some of the basketry makers, some of the pottery makers would wear their head wraps, just like you see I have here. When I don't want this hood, I can pull that down, and now I have a scarf. If I want to pull that hood up, I just do so, and I can pull my mouthpiece up in the same manner. So once again, I have maximum amount of protection against the elements. And this last wrap I'm going to show you is very similar to the previous one. However, a lot of the bushcrafters will wear it just like this due to the fact it's very simple. So we take it in the same manner, throw it over our shoulders, get everything nice and tight, pull that hood up and over our head, wrap one end over our face, and wrap the other end over our face, just like this. And now we can form our square knot right in the back. And I can adjust my visor by pulling it down. Now this one I don't really particularly like because some of it is a little bit loose, and out here in the desert when our winds kick up, we need this thing to rest nice and tight. The visor is just a tad bit loose, but it is favored, like I said, because of its simplicity, very easy to make, and once again we can pull it down, fasten it into a hood, and take that hood off, and now we have a scarf. When we want that hood back on, just flip it up. When we want that mouthpiece back up, we can just flip that up as well. We have protection against our face, our ears, our neck, and our head. Discuss other variations in how to tie this, and I'm also going to discuss other uses for this large cotton cloth. So out here on the West Coast, it is really an invaluable piece of gear that will be either on my person at all times or in my pack where it is easy to access and it's safe and secure. Man, our winds start gusting up there, and we're very lucky to get a nice calm day like it is today. Just a very minor breeze, but I'd say 90% of the time we have extreme high winds out here, and that dust blows in your face. You're gonna live in comfort with this piece of gear. I also wanted to take the time to thank Sigma 3 Survival School for showing me that last variation. I learn stuff new every single day, and that's something that I want to give them credit for. So once again, Sigma 3 Survival School, thank you very much.